Morning, guys. Welcome to Coffee Chat. Boy, I'll tell you what, just take a look at that steam coming off the cup there. Last night, did we ever have a thunderstorm? I kid you not. It was crash, bang, boom, and the sky was just lighting up like it was Christmas. It was something else. Anyhow, kept us up most of the night, so I'm so glad to come out here and have a little bit of this coffee. Boy, I'll tell you, you really need it in days like this, that's for sure. Well, guys, I was reading a really interesting article on how the evolution of debate. And I guess right now there's this whole thing going around in the woke community that if they kind of get to the end of that debate, they don't think they're winning or whatever, then they call you a such and such denier. And this one was actually highlighting the whole gas stove issue. You know, when we were talking about that like a couple months back, where they're considering, hey, maybe banning gas stoves in homes because, of course, you know, the emissions from that gas. Well, now, if you don't agree with that opinion on that, you're called a gas stove denier or whatever else it is, a science denier, a this denier, a that denier. So, you know, they get to throw another label on you to kind of shame and, you know, kind of put you down and kind of make your argument look ridiculous, even though it might hold some amazing credibility that they don't even have the power to debate against. Nope, the way to win is to actually destroy your character and not really fight the argument. And it just shows you just how weak-minded a lot of these folks truly are, because they can't think through the argument to actually have a genuine open debate. I mean, really. I often wonder what has happened to a lot of these debate clubs in high schools and colleges where they actually taught people how to genuinely argue an issue and a point and not tear each other apart, but really, if you want, tear the argument apart. Tear that up, you know, get that down and see if you can't win your opponent over or score some real points in your argument for the debate. And hey, debate is healthy. It is great to have argument over various opinions on issues because it allows for critical thinking. And boy, oh boy, do we ever need critical thinking in today's world. I'll tell you what, it just seems like the narrative gets pumped out there and you just have to believe it. There's no other opinion. There's no other avenue to think on that. And that's just the way it is. And it seems like that is how this woke agenda wants it to be. They just want to have their opinion. There's really only one narrative. Now, they throw a word out there a lot of times that I really think is kind of hilarious when you consider what they're really talking about. They throw that word out, tolerance, right? Yeah, we need more tolerance for this. We need more tolerance for this. But the truth is, guys, they have absolutely zero tolerance for any opinion that does not match their own, to the point where they attack the other, a person that holds an opposite view, they attack the character of the person, not the argument. And so for me, it kind of like takes away any kind of validity of what they may have to say, because hey, I'm open to hear it. I'll be willing to listen to an opposing or alternate view. Absolutely, for sure. Now, I may not agree, but you know what? I have actually listened to some arguments that have come out and other opinions that it's actually changed my mind on some various issues in my life, and that has happened. Now, how can you do that when you can't have respect for the person that's actually given that? And it's hard to respect someone that wants to just come down and tear somebody else down character-wise without even really addressing the argument because they have no defense. It's really getting crazy. And I'll tell you something, boy, do we ever see it in this space. You just look at some of the comments on some of these YouTube channels on crypto. And I'll tell you, when I first got into crypto, one of the things that amazed me the most about I remember talking to Judy about it, and I said, man, this is a team sport. You literally got, you got your Bitcoin maxis, you got your Chainlink Marines, you got your XRP Army, you got your Cardano Samurais, you got this one, that one, whatever. And it was like if you actually supported, multiple, like if, let's say, for instance, you were an XRP Army person or a Bitcoin, person, you could not see eye to eye on anything. It's either Bitcoin or it's XRP. Where I was looking at it, hey, there is so much opportunity in this space. And if you actually peel back the onion, you got a lot of these ecosystems that provide some amazing things to distributed ledger technology and its use cases. But because of the mentality of, hey, there can be only one kind of deal, you got all this infighting. And that's how, hey, let's be honest, guys, that has held this industry, all of this distributed ledger technology in this space back in mainstream in a big way, because that's not how they think. I mean, come on, if you were out there investing in stocks, you're not going to say, oh, it's only Microsoft, it's only Apple. Come on, if you saw opportunity to make profit, you're not looking at it like it's only this or that. You're looking at it's only opportunity, more opportunity to make profit. But in this space, very polarizing. And of course, you see that woke agenda in, the comments and stuff like that. So it's kind of very interesting to me, but I do believe this. We've got to get back to that level of critical thinking, because we are truly losing an entire generation of people that can truly think through the arguments for themselves and not just eat what's ever fed to them by the Fifth Estate. It is truly scary when you think about that most people's, worldview and belief systems come from the Fifth Estate, come from, media and social media, where they get affirmation for believing a certain thing and they get rejection if they don't. And of course, hey, what is one of the biggest drugs in needs in the human, in our conscience and stuff like that? It's affirmation, right? It's one of those big deals for our egos. And obviously, when you have it out there, it's this whole group think and not individual, critical thinking, which is so desperately needed. And it's such a dangerous road to go down the way. Anyway, that's at least how I see it, I'll tell you what. So guys, looks like it's going to be a pretty drizzly day out here in Texas, but that's okay. The rain is a blessing, right? And actually, if it wasn't for the rain, we'd have no green trees, we'd have no flowers, we'd have no food, we'd have no what. So I don't mind the rain at all. But anyway, I hope wherever you are, you're enjoying your day, rain or shine. And I've got a great video planned for later on today. And until then, guys, I hope you have a good one. Take care.